Good evening, Captain. Celisto here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a gameplay replay for you with a little bit of commentary on top of it. Today I'm in the Fletcher with the division mate in the Atago. I have Halsey as my commander. You see that little radio position finding or twist and track little icon there. That's very important to have on destroyers when you have your destroyers set up as, well, basically anti-destroyer duty. It's a domination battle on land of fire, so that means you got 3 caps, and destroyers are super important because most high-tier games are actually decided on points at the end of the game. With this battle, today we got our middle sailing west. Their middle is coming down north. Except for our Iowa, who seems beginning a lazy turn to port. We'll see where that goes. We've noticed the York over to our right. He's popping up as the closest thing to us at about 10 kilometers, so we're going to try and remember that. It's how you can use RPF to your advantage, so you can get a general idea of where other destroyers might be in relation to you. Now, that could also be the another destroyer out there, or it could be him. We're just going to go ahead and assume it's him, but in case it's a destroyer, some speculative torpedoes. Now, we notice a Chapiev in the middle. We also notice that our RPF moves, so we know something's very close behind us. We're not in a good position because we got 3 cruisers and 2 battleships that can shoot us, so we're going to turn away. We get spotted, so we are now in full run mode. Hit the engine boost to run away from whatever destroyer is out spotting us. In this build, I don't run any concealment inspirations. There, the Chapiev picks us up on our radar, which he must have been running for earlier, because it's about to run out. We get out of it there. We're unspotted. Dodge a shot from the King George V in there. Rendezvous with our Atago, our division mate. We're going to turn around and go back in the cap because now we can limit the fire from our west and only have to worry about the King George V and the York as we go track down the destroyer again. So, using our twist and track or RPF indicator, we're going to head kind of towards them. Notice he opens fire, so he's going to be spotted. So I'm desperately trying to tell him to slow down and get a smoke screen. He's not going to listen, but that's okay because it's going to work out for us in the end. Someone spots the Z-39. I'm going to guess it's our rushing Bismarck, probably activated his sonar, so I'm going to take a couple pot shots at him. We're going to start to slow down because, well, we set this smoke screen here. We got a lot of targets in our area of engagement, so we're just going to stop and start engaging. See a Vanguard broadside, easy target. We're going to fire our HE at him. Hopefully we can light a fire so we can let that burn and maybe switch to a target that's closer before he gets out of our range. Couple more rounds going down range. We light a fire, swing our guns around to the King George V. He's the closer target. Start opening fire. Notice the Z-39 gets spotted, probably by our Atago division mate, maybe the Bismarck. A few more rounds at him. Always important to get as many destroyers off the board as possible, especially when they have the advantage. And if you look, we've already lost our Akatsuki to the enemy Iowa. Some torps coming in, gonna make sure they don't hit us. Z-39 disappears, gotta get the guns working again. Put that 2.4 second reload to work, firing against the King George V again. The enemy Iowa, meanwhile, takes out our Belfast. And if you look to the south, you can see that Iowa just sailing straight to the border. Bye-bye, have a nice time. The division mate in the Atago takes out the York, and he starts engaging 2 destroyers, while I continue to work on the King George V. The enemy Chapiev takes out our Nagato, and our middle has been completely broken. Meanwhile, we finish the cap on C, while the enemy team is working on B. Now, I do like to see the Bismarck going in against the King George V. It's a very aggressive play, but I'm sure he's a brawler build, like most Bismarcks probably are. So he's doing a pretty good job engaging the King George V when all of a sudden the torpedoes come. Uh-oh. Sorry, friend Bismarck. Looks like you are going down. Well, 35 seconds left on the smoke. Time to take matters into our own hands. So we're going to start engaging the superstructure of the King George V. He's already on fire, but he's in a pretty steep angle, so we're never going to be able to penetrate him with AP. Some torpedoes hit him. Probably caused a flood because he uses his damage control. So we're going to open up with the HE again. The torpedoes are one launched in his current trajectory and the other launched in case he turns in. Fortunately, he does turn in like we think he is, so he's probably going to eat one of those torpedoes on the nose, probably going to flood him. Let's see what happens. Smoke's starting to wear off. One torpedo, one flood. There goes the last puff of smoke. We're running. He floods out. No one within line of sight. Destroyer must be behind the island, so we're going to go towards him. We spot him. It's Gnevny. Our Atago takes him out, dodges the Gnevny's torpedoes that were fired at him. Whew. Well, we pretty much won this side. We have C and A, but we don't have much left at A. They have B, and everything sailed through B and has just decimated almost everything in C. We have an AFK Iowa left, 2 destroyers, and my division mate in the Atago against 3 enemy destroyers, 2 enemy battleships, and an enemy cruiser that's probably that Chapiev. So he's got radar. That could be a problem if he has some charges left. Well, this is certainly going to be an uphill battle. Basically, 3 on 6. Outnumbered 2 to 1. They have a 3 to 2 destroyer advantage, so still one more than us, but that's okay. Hopefully we can make that up. Best thing we can probably do is go after the Z-39. The RPF tracker kind of indicates he's headed west, so we're going to head northwest towards him. We need to make sure that he doesn't get any silly ideas about going north, going back around, and capping C. So we're just going to keep an eye on that twist and track RPF. It looks like he's headed behind that mountain there. So, well, we're going to head into B and keep an eye on where that is to make sure he's not making any stupid moves. And oh, hard to starboard, torpedoes inbound towards the Atago. Looks like widespread. So he's not that far away if those are widespread torpedoes. So we're going to assume he's pretty close to the other side of this island. Now we're headed into B, and so is their Vanguard, so is the rest of their fleet into B. Alright, we get spotted. I fumble with the new control layout. All of a sudden, there he is. We're going to deploy the smoke screen. Z-39 fires our Atago, so we're going to start engaging him. Shots out, so hopefully we can get him down, because if we can get it down to 2 to 2 destroyers, that's a little bit more advantage in our favor. So take out his engine, couple more shots. He realizes he's in trouble right about now. Atago shots coming in. He's got to start deploying his smoke screen, try to get 2 more shots left. There it goes. Got him in the smoke. Good. 2 destroyers down. Now it's 2 to 2. Looking good. So, can't waste any of this smoke. Oh, God, love this American smoke. We got 2 minutes left on it. So, we're going to start engaging the Vanguard. Now, what I like to make sure I do is make sure you keep moving in your smoke screen. We're going to launch some torpedoes there. Only 1 set, because we want to wait till he gets a little bit closer in case he dodges this one. Maybe we can hit more than this. He's going to luckily start turning to his starboard and right in the path of our torpedoes. Now he disappears. We're slowly moving forward. We're going to wait. He fires at where we were, misses. That spots him again. So here we go. More torpedoes coming at the Vanguard. There go the torpedoes from our Atago friend. He's going to miss. We are going to hit him with one of those torpedoes. And he doesn't use his damage control. So he's on fire and he's flooding. Our damage is racking up in the corner. Disappears again. We're going to stop. Where'd he go? Is he going to fire? No, he's not. Well, oh, we know where their other destroyer is. If you take a look at the mini-map, you'll notice their destroyer is down at our basically AFK running Iowa. Well, at least he took himself out of the fight. Vanguard reappears. Ouch! Lose a little over half of our health. Get the torpedoes away at least. Continue to put shots in on him. Now he's got 2 fires. He's still flooding. He dodges our torpedoes, fortunately for him. We're still backing up, trying to get around this island before his guns reload. And get a shot off. Nope, that one doesn't clear the island. That's okay. He burns out. Kill number 3 for us. Alright, looks like that fire is going to burn out before the damage control, so we're just going to take a little bit more fire damage. That's okay. Since fire is based on a percentage of your health, it's not a crap ton of damage, so let's get back in B and start the cap. Now, we get a quick glimpse of the Chapiev right before he kills our Yudachi. Our Iowa's dead. Myself and the division mate, 2 against 4, us against the world. Let's do this. So, we know in order to have any chance of this, we got to cap B. Hopefully we can cap B, maybe win on points. So, we're going to start heading to the Chapiev. We believe it's the Chapiev on our RPF. It could be the other destroyer. We're not sure. But regardless of whether it's the Chapyev or not, we're going to head towards it. We got to go through B anyway, so onward and upward, my friends. So we're about to enter B here, and the RPF is pointing directly on the other side of the island. So if it is the destroyer, we could ambush him right on the other side of this small island. If it's the Chapyev, he's going to be a million miles away. Now, we know from having a brief glimpse of the Chapyev before our Yudachi died, or was it a Kagero? I think it was a Kagero died, that the Chapyev is on pretty low health. He's got about maybe a fifth of his hit points left, probably a little bit less. So if we do run into him, fortunately we'll be able to outspot him, but he'll immediately radar us. So hopefully he's out of charges of consumables. If it's him, if it's a destroyer, hopefully our Atago division mate is in a position to engage him with us. So I start getting bored hunting for whatever's out here, and I'm going to slowly start to turn away, maybe head down to the Iowa, maybe get him off the back of my Atago. But, oh, it is the Chapyev. He's coming around that island. I think it's our Atago that spots him. So we're going to slow down. He's at a low enough health that we can engage him. Oh, there, we captured B, so finally getting in some points. Our Atago fires at him, and we're just going to wait here. We're going to stop, go forward very slow at about a quarter, wait for the Chapyev to fire at the Atago. That way we get maximum amount of time before he can get his guns over, aimed at us, and engaging. There's the guns we opened up with our HE. Hopefully we can take him out pretty well. Now our HE does a fair bit of damage. There's the Atago, good hits. Our HE's coming in. He fires the second time at the Atago, realizes his mistake. His guns start turning to us. There's the high caliber. We're at about 98,000 damage. He's going to get one salvo off. The shells from the Atago come in. He is done. We take just minor damage. So now we're going to keep going, and Iowa has shots coming in. Let's start accelerating, see if we can't get... oh, we do get away. That took a bit of damage, most of the health we have left. So we got about 2,000 hit points left, so we're going to run. We know we're going to disappear before the Iowa gets another chance to fire, so that's good. Now, we have two choices. We could either turn to port and try and cap C, hopefully run away, or I can head back and try and ambush the Iowa. Now, there's definitely a strong argument on whether or not I should have gone to C, or A, I mean, I'm sorry, to win the game. But I was not convinced that the Iowa wouldn't take care of my friend in the Atago, because I don't think he has a lot of hit points left. So we're going to get the torpedo tracker, see he's pretty much moving to come out the other side of the island. We want to make sure we get these torpedoes off, and then we're going to go after the target of our RPF finder, which is almost certainly another destroyer, just so we get our torpedoes off. Oh, hooray! The Kagero has not been damaged at all. Oh, alright, Kagero versus me with 2,000 hit points. Start putting that DPM to use. Good hits, disengages engine. He probably is firing torpedoes because his guns are silent. I awkwardly fumble with the controls, whiff on that shot, fire again. Realize that I'm nose in, try and get more guns on target. We're going to die to either those torpedoes or that salvo. Our torpedoes, the Iowa's coming around the corner like we thought. Oh, he does eat one torpedo, and it floods. Oh, tick. Tick. I think his repair's on cooldown. That torpedo may spell the end of that Iowa. It's still ticking. Still ticking. Now his repair must be on cooldown. So I'm screaming to my Atago friend, just run. Run, division mate. He's going to die. All of a sudden, his destroyer friend pops smoke for him just before I get the kill. That'll be number 4. Last one for me. We'll spare you the 30 seconds of running at the end. The division mate in the Atago doesn't die, but he doesn't get another kill on either of the destroyers. 2,385 base XP, top of the leaderboard. Division mate had 2,132 base, and between us we had all 7 of the team kills. For me, 130,000 damage, 500,000 credits, 4 kills, high caliber, just a flesh wound. Turns out my carry pants weren't big enough. Well, that's that, I suppose. I genuinely hope you enjoyed our time together today. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. And if you'd like to let me know what you want to see in the channel going forward, leave a comment in the comment section. If you like the video so much that you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and never miss a video. We'd love to have you in the fleet. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.